Hey everybody, it's Mark from Mark and Michelle. How's it going? Hope you're having a great day. Wanted to talk today. I was listening to an audio. I listen to a lot of audios, positive, encouraging audios. Um, but what he was talking about today was a conversation he had with his dad. You know, when we were growing up, or when he was growing up, he was told he was going to either be a doctor or an engineer. He's going to do something. He's going to get a college degree, and he was going to work, be it in a cubicle or wherever. But that's what people do. That's just how we were brought up. That's how our parents were brought up. That's what they were told. Um, and it just, that's what my dad always said to me all the time growing up. You need to get an education. You need to do good. You need to apply yourself, Mark. You're so smart. Why don't you just apply yourself and you'd be so much, anyway. He'd tell me about how he was grooming me to take over his business, and I had no desire to be in his business. Just didn't. But anyway, this was what spurred my memory was a conversation that me and my dad had, like maybe a year before he passed away. He pulled me aside one year at Christmas. Now, this is a man who worked from the time he was 5. And that's not just a story. I verified it with his mom. He used to sell newspapers on the corner down on Harrison Street in Chicago. And if anybody knows where Harrison Street in Chicago now is, it's not a safe place. And it wasn't a safe place then either. But it was just his mom and him. And, at the time, that's all there was. It was trying to get by. And he was selling newspapers on the corner to help get money to give his mom. And, from the time he was 5 until the time he was 70, he worked. He couldn't stop working. He didn't know anything else. And I was becoming the same exact way. The Cats in the Cradle song, that was us. I just want to be like him, Dad. Someday I'll be like him. But he pulled me aside, and this is a man who worked his entire life. He worked hard. He went to school. He worked during the day, went to school at night, while raising 4 kids and keeping a house in order and sorry. But he pulled me aside. It was one Christmas, and all his life he had invested his money. He had built up a nest egg. He had was living comfortably. Him and my mom flat out owned a house in Vegas, and at some point he took all of his money and it disappeared. He was conned out of money. He everything he worked for was gone. And his one of his goals in life was to make sure that all of his grandkids, my kids and my sister's kids, all had a college education that he could pay for, that he could provide for them. That was what he wanted more than anything else in the world, and he couldn't do it because the money stopped coming in, and then he got conned out of the rest of it. And I'll never forget, this is a man who I never in my life saw cry, stood there and looked me in the eyes with tears rolling down his face, apologizing because he could not put my kids through through college. And it was sad to see, just knowing how fast money can go. He was ready to retire. He thought he had figured out, and things change. Things, when you think you're going in the right direction, sometimes life throws a curveball at you. I was going in the right direction, and life threw a curveball at me. And and that's one of the reasons that we're doing, what we're doing with the network marketing or internet marketing, whatever you want to call it, is because we want to be able to provide for our kids and our kids' kids. And we want that to be able to do this, and not just, when you stop working, the money stops coming in. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can build something and just keep it going, keep the residual income coming. And that's what this business teaches us how to do. And I don't want to have that conversation with my son, when I'm 75 4 years old, or however old he was. Couldn't tell you right now, but that's not the conversation I want to have. I want to be able to provide for my family, even though life threw a curveball, and I lost my job, and we've talked about the story many, many times, but I found this opportunity, and in my heart of hearts, I know this is the right thing for us to be doing, and we're going to keep doing it. We're going to try to help others who want to be, that might be in the same boat, or want to be able to enjoy the end of their life, the second half of the life. We'll go with that point. It's not the end of the life, it's the second half of your life. And this is a vehicle that you can drive, and it can allow you to do that. And it just takes some effort, takes some time to learn. But this time you get to spend with your family, far outweighs any effort or time that you're putting into the business. So anyway, just wanted to share that little story with you. And when I was listening to the audio today, and he was talking about his father and his father's expectations and his father's, it just brought me back to that conversation I had with my dad, with the tears rolling down his eyes, saying, "Son," and he felt like he had failed me, but God knows he didn't fail me. He was always there for me. But anyway, not trying to be a downer, just wanted to share that with you. So, if you're interested in enjoying the second half of your life and finding a way to be able to take care of your kids while still enjoying your kids and your grandkids, check us out. Click the link down below and connect with us. All right, make it a great day. We'll talk to you soon.